Greetings, gamer guys and gals. I'm Zeake, welcoming you to the 43rd part of my Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Let us get back to it. We are in Crimea Castle, in the capital of Melior, and in the courtyard, right in the middle of the castle, on our way to fight Ashnard, the big main antagonist of this game. Let us continue, shall we? How many turns does this dragon have left that he is asleep? 2? Okay, we're pretty well off then. And Volk crits. Perfect way to start off our day, isn't it? A wonderful old Volk crit. We could just let him attack Volk. I think that's probably what we're going to do. Gifka doesn't need any experience points, which is pretty nice. It says that he has 0, and it looks like he could gain experience points, but he cannot, unfortunately. I don't know why you would need him to. He's already pretty darn near busted. But, hey, some people would like him to be even stronger than he already is. Alright, so we have to take care of some enemies over here. And first and foremost, let's go ahead and smite this guy with our Sonic Sword. It's being very useful this game, I would dare say. I don't even think we're going to break it by the time we fight Ashnard, which is perfectly fine. Alright, so we need Tyronio to get a KO here. Hopefully this will actually give him enough experience points to level up. And it did. I think, yeah, we're gonna get, strength, skill, HP. Pretty cool. Alright, Boyd, you can bring it on back. Heal up. I don't actually think... Yeah, they can't reach him. Alright, so what we can do... We don't have any bow units over here. Ooh, we do have a killer lance user, though. Might be a good idea to take care of him. I say that, but yet she can't actually take care of him. Veikati. And Mia crit. It is pretty much a fair game that she's going to crit just about every single combat she takes now because of the Veikati. I'm very glad I remembered to bring it on her, that's for sure. Brave Bow, endgame. I mean, I guess we can use the Brave Bow. Yeah. I was not necessarily expecting him to KO with that, but would have been nice. Yep, we can just go ahead and take out this Swords Master with Soren. Total overkill, but it would not be fun if we weren't doing so. Alright, so... what we can do, yeah, we can put Titania and Oscar over there. We can also take out one of these guys with Ike. Let's go ahead and do that for the Killer Lance. We don't want him in the way. Gotta make as much progress as we can to Ashnard, King of Dayan. Yep, we could throw a couple of spears at this guy here. I remember being new to this game and playing it and thinking, where are they getting these spears at that they're throwing? Is that the reason why there's so few of them? You know, you don't have very many spears you can throw or something? Is that the reason why their usage is small? Or I just never really understood that, per se. And I think it's fairly okay to leave him there. He has a meteor. We could. I think we are going to try. We missed. That is A-okay. It was not necessary. Brave Lance. Yep. Brave Lance will take him out. Yeah. The Brave weapons are kind of like a really good way to allow your slower units to have an ability to double, which I like. I think that having options like that are always good. One thing we could do... Yeah, we could probably put Oscar in the range of that Swordmaster. And a good old crit. Yeah, the single-handed Lance Twirl is much cooler in my opinion. But you only get that Lance Twirl when you're not going to KO the enemy you're attacking. That's something very interesting about this game, is that you have different types of animations for different attacks. If we can throw our Grail Axe. I don't think that guard was any useful there, Titania, but I'm glad you did it anyway, I guess. And we can finish him off with the Veikati. And she actually did not crit. Very interesting. Not that good of a level, I dare say, Mia, but you know what? She's pretty close to capping, and I don't think she's going to need much experience, so there's that. Yeah, 35. Yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and take this guy out. We'll get to see our Gifka. And that's our turn. The lion animations are basically just the tiger or cat animations with a different animal, you know. I would dare say that the Legoos units have a lot of missed opportunity in this game to be much cooler than they are. They don't really have interesting attacks or varying attacks or anything of that nature. So a lot of the time you just sit back and go, what's the point, you know? Why do we have the Legoos units? I know that they were trying to do something interesting with the whole Manakete system, but it just doesn't do it for me. It really doesn't. It would be very humorous if Volk got a lethality here. And he did not. But he did crit, so there's that. Yeah, I actually think that this dragon is going to wake up next turn. Yeah, we can physic. We don't really want to fortify. Volk would love the healing. And the Messer is not good enough here in this event. I guess what we'll just do is leave him there. Oh, good grief. Oh, there's the last of the Ashira staff. Alright. That's one thing I do hate about it. It doesn't ask you, like, anything afterwards. We do have a load of enemies to deal with, and I think we know just the unit to deal with them. Yeah, the trees are impassable objects. I wonder... Yeah, we could probably just move all our units to the left. And kind of just not care about the units on the right and let Tyronio take care of the units on the right. He's not going to be able to help us with the final boss fight against Ashnard, so why not? Like I was saying chapter or two ago, it would be cool. I do think it would honestly be cool if certain skills in this game allowed you to bypass the quote-unquote blessing of Ashnard's armor. Like, if you had Resolve, you could basically bypass it, or Wrath, or whatever. But that's just not how it works. And that was the last time we're going to see Thoron this game. So if you enjoyed it, you know, take it all in that time. That's about it. Yeah, we're not going to Hermern anything right yet. I don't think we need to. Really doesn't matter if we did or not, but... Killer Bow. It really didn't matter if we crit him here. Tyronio is going to take out all of these guys. Yeah, I think we'll keep the Brave. Well, let's see. Do we have any ranged weapons on these guys? Nah. That's not even going to matter if I get crit either. Pure Water is also pointless. Yeah. They can all reach him. Which is perfectly fine. Exactly what we want. And we can move Ike forward. I think what we want to do, though, is we want to make sure that Ike is the only one in range of these guys, because it would be fairly nice if we actually finish them off. Yep, and the dragon is awake, and he is going to attack Volk. Which seems like it would be a bad thing. But Volk could proc lethality. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, unfortunately, Boyd is just not the unit to face tank these tigers. They're too strong, too bulky, and too quick. And here we are, Ike just showing his prowess. It's not going to take long to beat the Mad King. We're going to see something pretty fairly interesting there. I mean, Ike does have 28 defense with the Ragnar right now, but still, no damage. It'd be even funnier if his attack was exactly enough to barely one-shot. Or not barely one-shot, but barely not to do damage. Darn Paladin. I mean, every last one of you can attack and do damage to Tyronio. It's not going to make much of a difference. Yeah, it's funny too, because since Gifka starts with 28 speed, you would actually have to give him 2 speed wings in order for him to double Ashnard. And that can't even be done after Ashnard transforms. On the higher difficulties, that is. You can't get him to be doubled, because I believe his speed goes up to 30. Well, Volk, you keep on having fun with that dragon there. I mean, they're doing damage to Toronio, but just not enough. We probably could have taken the Night Ward off of him, to be honest. But I honestly think that because of his resolve, and because, you know, he has much less speed to rely on for dodging, he's a much better candidate of keeping the Night Ward than most. And honestly, I think that the Night Ward was literally put in this game to give viability to the Armor Knights. Because I think the best speed growth on an Armor Knight in this game is Braum at 30, which would allow him to have 60 if he had the Night Ward equipped. I mean, Toronio has 25, so he has 55 with the Night Ward equipped. So, I mean, that's nothing to scoff at. That's actually pretty darn good. Wow, this dragon is doing 30 damage. I'm actually only doing this to see if lethality will proc. We don't really need Volk anymore in this chapter, so. All right. And we can take out this tiger with our King of Beasts. It's funny, too, because he's not even remotely close to being the King of the Beasts. He's just the shadow of the King of Beasts. All right. Yep, and as you can see, 0 damage. He would actually be doing quite a bit here. He would be doing about 17 damage to Ashnard if it wasn't for his wonderful blessing of his armor. Alright, so what we can do, use the Brave Sword here. We'll finish off the other guy with Mist, most likely. Yep. And then we'll move on to the left with our other units. Ike is pretty darn close to fighting Ashnard. Oh, that's another thing too, is that I absolutely love having Soul on Mist, just for the fact that because she does so much damage with the magic swords, and that, I mean, Soul stacks with the rune sword. So if she activates Soul while using the rune sword, she'll get even more health back, which is really funny if you think about it, just how much healing she can do for herself. Wow, Soren is almost one-shotting some of these guys. Almost. It's like one of those moments close but no cigar kind of thing. Double bow. Yeah, we see kind of the silliness of this weapon. I mean, even with, like, +3 strength, I mean, he only has 28 attack with this weapon. It's got 4 range. It's not really that useful. It's interesting, but it's not really useful. That's the best way to look at it. And the Vague Kati just coming in clutch, taking out all the enemies, one shot after one shot. And it's funny too, because she would actually, just like Volk, do no damage to this guy. Alright, so yeah, we'll take out this guy. Ike is quite good at beating all these guys up. On Maniac mode, these units here are some of the bulkiest things you can see in Fire Emblem. I mean, they're basically just mounted armor knights. It's actually pretty funny. I've never personally played the Japanese exclusive Maniac mode because, well, I don't have access to a Japanese game. However, I do know that from just watching it, that it's pretty well a whole different ballpark than the normal game. Alright, we're going to give him the killer bow. It seems kind of silly here to just dance for, well, chant for Soren, but we can actually take out. I mean, we could even move him here. Yep, we could take out one of these guys, finish him off. And he crit. Soren's mad that the bolting is all gone. This is why I am so glad, though, that I was able to get Soren to C-rank Thunder at the very least. Bolting is so good. And we used it quite effectively in this chapter, in my humble opinion. It's funny, too, because of Oscar and Soren, once Ike gets down to resolve range, if we put Oscar and Soren right next to Ike, because we have to let Ashnard hit Ike first and actually do damage. Once we let him get down to resolve range, which should only take one hit, we can make Ike unhittable. Virtually unhittable. Alright. This guy has 6 movement. We're going to put him here. And we can go ahead and trade the Speed Wing over to Turonia. He's not going to need it. But why not have it? None of our other units are going to benefit from it. Like I was saying, Gifka would need... He would need, literally, to have 2 Speed Wings in order to actually be able to double Ashnard. And he would need 3 in order to double Ashnard on difficult and higher after he transforms. Which is pretty insane. I actually think Naysala can double him even after he transforms without a Speed Wing. And Adept and crit. Ike is taking him out. Nothing we can do about that, is there? You've done well to have grown so strong. At last, I have gained a foe worthy enough to test my sword. Excellent. Enjoy my might to your heart's content. All right. And we can put... Yeah, we could do this. Rayson is level 18. We can drop Soren right next to Ike and move her away. We're pretty much done with this chapter, in all honesty. Yeah, that's another thing too, is I don't think stuff like the sleep staff would actually work on him. We're not going to have to worry about that in this fight, in this go-around. But I think it's time to end our turn. Yeah, it's not a surprise he went after Soren. And Soren is pretty mad about it, apparently. Pretty mad. Adept and crit. And Soren is now max level. He is our last unit, I believe, who's going to get to max level. I actually think this dragon is trying to find an actual enemy that he can spot, because I don't think he can technically spot Volk right now. And I don't know if lethality works against dragons or not. I do not know. In all truth. It doesn't matter, we'll let this dragon duke it out with Tyronio. And shove. One interesting thing about this chapter, though, that I will say is that Ashnard has quotes with literally everyone in your party. I'm pretty sure just about everyone. If not everyone, it's pretty close to like most people, at least like the Grail Mercenaries, Valencia, so on and so forth. And what's so funny about that is that he cannot be fought by any of them. So what would be the point, you know? Alright, so what we're going to do here is leave Ike. Yeah, we don't need to use the Hammer'n anymore. All of my units are just ready for the final fight. Let's begin. I remember that stance well. So your father taught you swordplay, did he? How very happy that makes me. Mad King Ashnard, I will cut you down with this blade and end your reign of terror. You? Cut me down? Good. If you possess the strength to do so, then so be it. That process is the very principle on which my ideal world operates. What are you talking about? He is talking about the fact that he is a ruler by strength and strength alone and doesn't really care about anything else. That is exactly what he's talking about. And Volk has not procced lethality, which leads me to believe that it might be fully impossible for him to actually do so. Might as well use up the elixir for that, and just let him have at Tyronio. He will next turn. Yeah, so he's going to get an extra 40 some odd avoid. Well, actually, way more than that once he's in resolve range. Let's see if Ashnard can actually hit us this time. Very nice. Now, yeah, 142 avoid. Ashnard literally now has 0 hit on Ike. Let's go ahead and see how that how that goes. And he has a whopping 2 HP left. Poor guy. He didn't know what was coming for him. Wow. Geronio is being doubled by that guy. It doesn't matter. We're going to finish off Ashnard right now. Excellent. Excellent. So good. More, I say. At this time of ascension, it's not enough. Not enough. Psychotic to the very end. Aren't you, Ashnard? Now it is truly over. Ina, stay back. The king's mount is still alive. Stay back. Ina? No. Huh? Rajayan. Leanne, what is it? A legoose? No, it can't be. Ashnard's mount was a wyvern, wasn't it? What are you doing? Be patient, please. There's something we want to try. Huh? Rayson, that's... Leanne told me that Dragon's true form had been warped, so he sang the Gulger of Rebirth. Rajayan. Rajayan? Do you know who I am? Ina? Yes, you recognize me. You were made to suffer because of me. I'm sorry. Rajayan, oh Rajayan. Ina, let's return to Goldoa. The two of us, together. I will go anywhere, my love, as long as it is with you. Ina, from this day forward, forever. Rajayan. He was one of the dragon tribe? Yes. We never know what you're saying, Leanne. Aha, is that? Nope. Dang. Huh. Ah, here it is. What is it, miss? Did you find something? The medallion, Ike. The medallion. I finally have it back. Miss, that medallion is... Yeah, I know. Rayson, Leanne. What? Here. Oh! The medallion belongs in Serenus Forest. My mother was only holding it for Lilia. Leanne, you take it. Thank you, daughter of Elena. In the memory of my departed sister, I accept the medallion from you. All right, there we have it. The end game. The final map finished off with a somber tone, and we're going to have to just let it off for now. And next episode, we're going to look into the epilogue and see just how this story truly finishes, and say our farewells and goodbyes to all of the cast, as well as the fact that I'm going to have to give a few of my opinions, my views, and maybe some thoughts on upcoming projects or whatever that we might be undertaking on Gamerman Zeake. I want to thank you for joining me, and if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me all about it. But until next time, I'll see you all later.